This is Angus. Angus is a very good boy. When he's not running about making friends in the park, he's helping John, his blind owner, as Angus is a working guide dog. Since I was 9 or 10, dogs have been a huge part of my life. Essentially, us two baby shits kept pestering the parents for a dog, as all great children do. Then the parents finally caved, and we started puppy walking for guide dogs for the blind. Angus is number 5 out of 9. It goes Pirate, Radar, Ewan, Fleur, Omar, Angus, Marcel, Tyler, and currently Keats, who's Marcel's son. We get asked a lot, "Oh, but isn't it hard when they go?" And yes, of course. You get this little bundle of joy arrive at only a few weeks old, and you spend an entire year with them, watching them grow up and seeing all of their quirks, like Pirate eating a light bulb and Tyler sitting absolutely anywhere he could. But then you have to say goodbye. It's gut-wrenching, but knowing that they're going to change someone's life eases it all a bit. I found out that where I'm living for university is near where John lives with Angus, so I got in contact with them, and now I take Angus out every week on a free run around the park, and we love it. I typically go with a group of mates, and then afterwards there's always a mandatory trip to Spoons. Love you, Angus. See you next week.
I'm not a big fan of talking about myself. My mind goes blank when I'm told to talk about myself. But when people walk into my room for the first time, they're always shocked. They say it's like walking into another world or something. The first thing people notice is the plants, and I have a few. And the posters. Most people have a scrapbook, but I have walls to decorate. And I like painting and drawing, mainly watercolours. And puzzles, especially the hard ones that people get me. And I collect weird little knickknacks and things that I find. And cameras, definitely. I collect old cameras and Walkmans and radios and stuff, and I restore them as a hobby. There's something about analogue that I really like. I love digital photography, but my favourites are the Polaroids. I love being able to capture a moment and turn it into a physical thing, not just data on an SD card. I don't know what makes me interesting, or even if I am that interesting, but maybe I am kind of interesting.
Dacă stau să mă gândesc, cred că caracteristica mea cea mai evidentă este faptul că filozofez foarte des. În general, ardeleanul este un om foarte filozof. Cea mai mare frică a mea este să trăiesc o viață neîmplinită. Cred că acest aspect este cea mai mare motivație mea și mă împinge foarte tare de la spate să fac lucruri din afara zonei mele de confort. Îmi place, în general, să fiu în control când vine vorba de acțiunile mele din viața mea. Iubesc adrenalina. I am an adrenaline junkie, cu limite, desigur. De aceea, sportul meu preferat este schiul. Sunt momente când mă aflu pe pârtie și simt că prin 200 km la oră, nu știu, este un sentiment aparte, complet diferit, complet unic. Dacă iubești ceva mai mult decât schiul, acel lucru este filmul. Eu și cu camera avem o relație foarte bună. În film mereu am încercat să spun o poveste nespusă. Fiecare proiect până acum mi-a dovedit într-un fel că sunt făcut pentru asta. Pentru mine, personal, nu există un sentiment mai frumos decât atunci când dau render, aștept și mă uit la film pentru prima oară. Simt cum îmi crește pulsul din ce în ce mai tare și, sincer, doar atunci realizez că chiar am creat ceva.
At least once a week, I'll find myself still awake, just before the sun rises. But rather than going to sleep and waking up midday, I'll go out on a walk. There's something about experiencing a busy place completely empty and still that I find therapeutic, calming, but also refreshing. I'll never come back inside tired. It's as if a whole city has been forgotten, and the only people you'll see are walking dogs, and who could complain there? It's perfectly quiet on all but the busiest streets, except for the sound of birds, rain, waves, or just the leaves rustling. I'll wait to watch the sun come out, and then I'll walk home, refreshed.